Look at this. It's time for the kitchen powwow. PK here. We're living out of the box. Don't forget that. Just don't think it. We have to live out of the box. And what we're going to talk about today, the best of Europe. Don't forget I lived in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria for 12 years. I'm now here in Florida. So I have a lot of experience to tell you. I spent a lot of time in Greece and all through Western Europe. So let me tell you about it. What is the best of Europe? Before I did a video about the best beaches, but now I'm going to really talk about the best destinations because there's a big choice now. Right now it's closed. I know to go to Europe, but believe me, they will open and we'll get that big opportunity to take some of the winnings, as I mentioned the other day, from our trading, and hopefully we can go to Europe. There's only three places, three countries. Number one, and in exactly this order, Greece. Greece, believe me, there's so much to it, it's the best place. Even going to Athens, you can see the sights. Let me look at my notes. Going to the Acropolis. There's just something about Greece, the culture, the food, the ouzo, the Greek salad, the feta cheese. It's just a great destination. A lot of Americans don't go to Greece, but that's why, believe me, it's a great place to go. Let's talk about, if you're under 40, like most of you are, I strongly recommend going to Mykonos. What a party scene that is there. It's a young crowd, hip crowd, European crowd, great hotels, lots of places to party if you like it. They have music on the beach. It's just unbelievable. Even me, being the old man, it's 61, I'll be 62 this year, still go. Went last summer, great, but it's all full of young people. It's a great scene. Second, I know you've all heard about it, going to Santorini. Now Santorini, remember, these are the Greek Isles. And Santorini, the problem is there's no beach there. You can go there for 3-4 days max, but don't go alone. You got to go there with your girlfriend, your boyfriend. It's a romantic spot to go, very romantic. And that's really it. There's really not much to do there except see a sunset, eat, and just kind of enjoy the vibe. So you don't want to spend much time there. But the beach, there's really not much of a beach. It's up on a hill. The third place I've been many, many times is, I recommend it because, again, you're not going to see any Americans. It's kind of off the path. It's called Paros, P-A-R-O-S. This is where all the Greek people go. Very local. It's cheaper, much cheaper than a Mykonos. It's probably it has the same. It has really nice beaches, great resorts, young people. Can't go wrong there. The second country I recommend going to is Spain. This is number 2 on the list. If you're a city person and want to see the sights, you can go to Barcelona. You can go to Madrid. If you're a beach person like my wife and I, we go to the Valencia area. There, and of course, the other place, if you've got the money, you want to go to Marbella. This is a very top of the line quaint resort on the beach again. Very expensive, but if that's what you're into, you could want to make an impression, go to Marbella. No one ever talks about that anymore. And last thing about Spain is, again, if you're under 35, which I'm sure most of you are here on the YouTube, you want to go to Ibiza. This Ibiza, I went 3 years ago. I was probably the oldest person on the island. It's still great. What a wild scene. It's a non-stop party. I would say the 2 top party destinations for under 35 where all the real, quote-unquote, cool Europeans go is they go there. 1 second. There we go. They go to Ibiza and they go to Mykonos. Mykonos, more expensive, but they're both very wild. In fact, Ibiza's got the full electronic music party scene. If you're a young person in your 20s, early 30s, believe me, you're going to love it. Take it from me. It's been a destination really since the 70s. It's still great. It's worth going. And of course, number 3, which we all know, is Italy. But, you know, let me break Italy down for you. You got Milan, which is great for the shopping. You've got Rome, which is good for the sightseeing. Things like the Colosseum, the Spanish Steps, the Trevi Fountain. This is something about it that's really worth going for. You also have the old city there. And the other thing you have about Italy, again, you got to be with somebody. These other 2 destinations, you all know what they are. Venice, taking a gondola with your girl, your boyfriend. This is something that's just everything down the Grand Canal. You really can't go wrong there. And they also have pretty good shopping, both these places. In Venice, and the second other place is Florencia. But both these places, it's not a place to, you want to be with somebody in either one of these places. Let's see what else I want to say. And I also want to mention Paris. The problem with Paris is it's very dirty. A lot of the Americans want to go there. They're not too friendly to us, but if you really want to go there, go to the Palace of Versailles. That's really worth it. But I think it's overrated because it's just crowded, it's dirty, you know. Andrew Dice Clay, I can't even talk. Andrew Dice Clay, the old comedian from New York, once said, "If you don't speak the language, get the blank out of the country." And that's the feeling you have in France. If you speak French, then you'd be okay. Let me see. And one other place which I'm trying to convince you not to go, all us Americans go. Why? Because they speak the language, which is London in the UK. Again, unless you want to see Buckingham Palace and you're one of these people who are so fascinated by the Queen, I'm telling you, the people from the UK really can't stand us. They hate Americans. They'll never tell it to your face. They're very proper. As you know, they have that proper English. But, one, the food sucks. The climate sucks. The beach sucks. Outside of the thing about, seeing Big Ben and taking a couple pictures for your Instagram and say, and hanging out at one of those phone booths, I really think London sucks. It's not worth going. There's really nothing there, as I said, unless you want to go see the Queen or you're interested in this type of history. And you're one of these fanatics. One last thing I want to mention about the market is look for a pullback in the next few weeks. Because I think the bond market really collapsed today, which means interest is going 30-year bond I'm talking about. And this is why the market's rallied up this past week. So, as you know how I feel about it, it's going to be another buying opportunity. Buy the dip. This is what I want to tell you. Don't listen to anybody else. We might get this chance in the next couple of weeks. Watch it very carefully because I think interest rates are going to start moving up starting today, coming in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, this PK with Out of the Box, the best of Europe. Try to give you guys some advice, a little market update, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ciao, you guys.